You must build a 5-story building. And this is how you get your wealth and power. Now, the first thing you work on is economics. You started practicing group economics, making your money bounce in your own community 8 to 12 times before it leaves. The second floor is politics. Our people got that backwards. They want to get into politics before they get in the economy. Backwards as hell. You won't make it. You buy every politician with the money you made on the first floor. The third floor is your court system, your police system. You control the court system so they won't be getting 40 years in jail for having marijuana. Then the fourth floor is media. You take your money off the first floor and you buy media. Black folk own 35 thousandths of 1% in media. You don't own media, you can't communicate, you can't organize, you can't motivate. The fifth floor is education. Education is a tool, just like a hammer and a saw. But you got to have an economy. See, when a kid graduates from school, the first thing you do, he should be able to go back to his own community and start building businesses and industries and drawing money into his community and holding it.
I'm back. It's Monday. Tapping in. Thank you for tapping in. This is Brian HRap B. Williams. This is the End of the Bench Media. You are looking at a program called A Few Minutes with HRap. Today's title is real simple. Dependence Day. Friday was Independence Day. Today is Dependence Day. And what does that mean? Before I get into that, thank you to Dolores. Thank you to John. Those are my parents. Without them, there'd be no me. Without me, you'd be doing something else with your valuable time. If you're not watching this live, I want you to go to www.theendofthebench.com. Keep that traction going. You guys been killing it. Really appreciate it. www.theendofthebench.com. You'll be able to watch the Black History information in its entirety, and you'll be able to watch this entire episode, giving me and Country Boy credit. It's pretty dope. Today it's going to be about being woke. Check it out, man. It's important. Now, with that being said, hit that like, hit that share, tell a friend and tell a friend to tap in and subscribe if you haven't. Now, let's get this show on the road, man. Thank you guys for tapping in. If you're in the chat room, salute, hit that like, hit that share. And always remember, at the end of the program, all I want you to do is this. I want you to do this, something real simple. Wait till the show ends. Amos Wilson has a 25-second clip at the end. Wait till it over. Tell me what city you're from. Help me stay in the algorithm. It's pretty dope if you do that. If you don't, STBY sucks to be you. All right. Now, Independence Day was Friday. The 4th of July. What does the 4th of July mean to black people? That's a quote from one of our great ancestors, Frederick Douglass. What does it mean to you? It don't mean a damn thing. You know what it is? Like a bunch of people be saying, it's 15 days after Juneteenth. That's all it is. And if you got issue with Juneteenth, STBY sucks to be you. But hey, I ain't gonna get into that today. 4th of July, Independence Day. This is when the United States of America and the people who used to control the United States of America, they were the 13 colonies at that time. And those people who lived in 13 colonies, they got, the real story is they got taxed because our brothers in Haiti our brothers in Jamaica put the fops on them. And then a little bit before that, the Haitians put the fops on them. But his name is a General Taki, beat the hell out the white folks in Jamaica. And he said, we finna take over this junk. And they said, hey, send some more soldiers down. But we can't afford it, so we're going to have the 13 colonies. We're going to tax them. And they said, nah, y'all ain't going to tax us because y'all got y'all ass kicked. Y'all going to fight them on y'all money. And that's what started the Revolutionary War. And they said, hey, you know what? We sick of this, and we can start our own thing over here and forget the king and the queen and the prince and the emperor and the rest of them. And hence the birth of a great idea called the United States of America, the greatest criminal enterprise in the history of the world. You are right. You heard me right. The greatest criminal enterprise in the history of the world. Yes. You don't like it? STBY. Y'all know how I get it. But here's the thing. Why is it called Independence Day? Because it said we are breaking free of the tyranny of King George and his tyrannical arms, and he's not going to control us anymore. Which leads me to the title of the show. Dependence Day. Wow, they got their independence. They picked up something that they don't even identify that they did. You see what's behind me here? Going forward, I'm going to try to make the background in accordance to what I'm talking about. That's Black excellence. You got my man Spike Lee. You got my man Barry Obama. You got O'Shea Jackson. You got King James. You got a bunch of people up there that represent a portion of Black excellence, an example of what we can accomplish when we're ready. But Dependence Day is every day in the United States of America. Dependence Day is every day. The storyline, illusion of inclusion. The illusion of inclusion. See, you have to be down with us in order to be righteous. You have to be down with us to make it to be authentic. You must speak my language. But guess what? When you speak the King's English to the Queen's taste, pow! Medgar Evers, you get shot. Pow! Malcolm X, you get shot. Pow! Dr. King, you get shot. Pow! Fred Hampton, you get shot. Fannie Lou Hamer, she picks it. She gets to enunciating better and picks up better English, and they try to beat her to death. So does that really work? No, because you are trying to inculcate yourself into something that does not want you. It's almost like being a virus attempting to enter a glass of penicillin. The penicillin will ultimately destroy the virus, and the virus no longer exists. Or a germ. Viruses usually morph and go into something else. But that's neither here nor there. It's not a science project. This is a podcast. But they've made us believe that they're the standard, and we're chasing them. But we're not chasing them. We're chasing our own tail. See, this illusion. See, if you want to be down, you want to be down with us. Like Harris one had this song, D Nice and Big Boo is down with us. But they are really mimicking us, and we have fooled ourselves into believing we're mimicking them, or we're trying to be like them. So we're going to dress like this. But no, African garb was glorious, made of all kinds of silks and gold and rubies and things of that nature. When you have King Mansa Musa unbalancing ecosystem, financial ecosystems. So, that's why it is inculcated into us to wear loud, flashy clothes. So you be, look at that country ass dude, man. You know what that country ass dude wear those reds and those golds? Because he don't have a whole lot of mass in him. He doesn't been brainwashed. He is loyal to the soil. Like when you go to South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia, a lot of those brothers in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, a lot of those guys in Mississippi and Alabama, they were imported via docks, and those other docks over there in North and South Carolina. You talk to those brothers. Those brothers are like 98% Yoruba. Those brothers are loyal to the African soil. So it is natural to them to be flamboyant with what they do. That's why we're louder than most, because we are really reverting to who we are. But they use your inside voice. No, I ain't using my inside voice because that's not natural to me. That's why they teach our kids, our children. We don't have kids. Kids is a goat. Another conversation. They teach our children to sit still. Like I told y'all last week, school is not to enhance your wisdom, enhance your knowledge. It's to prepare you to be at work. You're sitting at the desk. It's break time. Let's go to the bathroom. Then go back and sit down for a couple hours. Ring. It's lunchtime. You know what I mean. And that's what you do at work. Not teaching you. And then it's teaching you how to do paperwork, pass tests. See, it is a diminishing of you and an acceleration of them. I mean, you late. No, it is our natural tradition to go with nature. But guess what? When your fruit grows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with no pause, no stop, no nothing, you don't have to hurry up and cultivate it. Your crop is being developed all the time. You see the difference? So, CPT time, man, color people time. No. Yeah, that is what it is. It's color people time, because when you live on that rock called Europe, and it's gonna get cold. It's gonna get cold as a hole's hard at some point. You're not gonna be able to plant your crop, so you have to move rigorously. But when you are in a environment that is plentiful and is constantly producing, and you're creating things like neurosurgery, and you're creating things like flying machines, and you're creating written language and the meta-nature. Meta-nature is what y'all call hieroglyphics, because that's a Greek word, and meta-nature is ours. You see what I'm saying? We created science. We created astrology. We created mathematics. And they stole it, and they got you believing it. That's why you're foolish enough to go, hey, man, that's that white man's religion. But monotheology is a creation of African people. And see, you know why I call us African? I call myself a brother, soul brother, black man. I get it. But you know why I refer to our community as African? This is why I do that. Let me tell you why. I call myself a soul brother or African simply because when you identify yourself with how you look, that does not give you history, culture, and advance your mental and physical and spiritual state. But when you call yourself an African, guess what? Hold on, I'm an African. So you mean I might be Mali, I might be from Ghana, I might be from Sierra Leone, I might be from South Africa, and then you inculcate those culture and those cultural stimuli into who you are, and it will uplift you. This is why they want you to be included in theirs, because to quote James Smalls, Dr. James Smalls, white people have never created any culture on this planet. And I got some brothers and sisters that watch, and some of those others that tap in when the show over, and they be like, "You're such a racist." Really, really, and you voted for Trump. But anyway, but when you say who you, excuse me, they've never created any culture. The Greeks stole from the Egyptians. The Romans stole from the Egyptians. The Irish stole from the Egyptians. The brothers from northwestern Africa went into Spain, went into Portugal, cleaned that joint up, went over to Italy, cleaned that joint up, and the Moors educated you guys. That's why you have things like black bars and black Madonnas and things like that in places like Ireland, because they never say, "Oh man, forget them black people, they ain't no good," because they know who we are. They know how we move and shake. They know the effects that our people have had on their people. So when you are looking at these things, you understand we did this, we built this. Guess what? In a couple of days, if you follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Twitch, Spill, Black-owned Facebook platform, or if you follow me on Facebook, I'm going to post the fact that the state of California is named after a black woman. See, we were over here 10,000 years. Do you understand? I want you to use your childlike mentality, your imagination, and look at the globe as you know it, and tell me that the South America wouldn't fit before, I forgot, I can't think of the word now, but before the separation of the island called Asia. They used to just be Africa. The whole thing used to be Asia. That's why we Asiatic black man. But anyway, you can see what South America separated and was once a part of Southwest Africa. So no, they didn't grab millions of us and drag us over here, because at 300, this is what I want you to pull out your calculators real fast. At 300 people per voyage, they would still be bringing brothers and sisters over here to get 35 million people. See, don't be, as like Eddie Murphy said in one of his comedy specials, don't let them fool you. Oh no, don't let them fool you, man. It's not what it is predicted or explained to you to be. We are greater than our ancestors' greatest. We are worse than our ancestors' dreams, but we're greater than what our ancestors were duped into believing that they were. Because again, man, if the storyline is you need to be included, what exactly are you including me in? Hey, your hero, you're the father of your nation. His name is one George Washington. Him and his crew almost died from smallpox. Guess who saved them? An African who taught them how to immunize, who taught them how to take a piece of that infection, take it out, put it into them, how their bodies heal, immunize themselves, and it created enzymes to fight off that illness, and then they went on to win the war. But you want to tell me, we need to be like you. What are we being included into? Nothing. Hey, by the way, just if you don't have nothing to do, start digging up some of those treaties on the Library of Congress. See, this is why your favorite president is trying to go away with the Library of Congress. Because see, the truth lies there. You start looking up some of those treaties, and you see some of those Native American tribes that look like us had treaties, and then they got rid of them because they were captured and enslaved. See, there, you just got to understand who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, and why they want to bear the truth. Because if you fool around and look into that past, it's going to be a problem. It will empower you. Guess what? Some of us are naturally mechanically inclined. My man Mo, business partner, brother, friend, homie, all that. He covers all the bases. He is naturally musically inclined. He can hear music. He can see music. He loves music. And he didn't just fall in love with that music. His father, wow, man, said, hey, boy, get over here. Let me teach you what I know. It's in you, so I just need to stimulate it. Guess what? I never met my dad. My dad died 4 months before I was born. It'd be tough if we died 4 years, but he's a bad joke if he died 4 years before I was born. But 4 months before I was born. But I've learned things about my dad, and people who know my dad, they say, boy, you sound just like your father. So just imagine who I would be, how much greater I would be had John Williams ever just sat down and had a conversation with me. So this is what I want you to understand. Everything that is in you, good, bad, or indifferent, comes from your ancestors. You are a sum total of everybody in your bloodline. Whether you are 15th cousin, 17th grandparent, or 137th grandparent, you got that in them. You got some bank robber in your problem. You got some cat burger in your problem. But you know what? You also have some abject greatness in you. It's up to you to pull it out. That's why you need to talk to your children. Don't hide the fact that, hey, Uncle Fred, who used to be a drug addict. You know why you don't hide that? Because you got some Uncle Fred to you in it. It's just like that to trigger it. What are we trying to be included in? We're there. We're the blueprint. They're the copy. We're the blueprint. So we really don't need to be included in anything. And besides, this is how it all works against you with the inclusion. Because if you're trying to be included into a group of people who came over here because Europe, our brothers and sisters of Europe, and if you don't believe that these people are our genetic recessive cousins, you are lost your mind. That's why to hate white people, you are wasting your time. It's like hating your distant cousin. You just don't deal with them all. But the illusion of inclusion and how it works against you is this. They make you believe that they've done something without you. Case in point, this very internet that I'm on was helped develop by a brother. I'm going to quote my man Mo again. Mo loves to play online golf. Guess what? A brother didn't create the Nintendo or the Atari or the gaming system, but a brother created the concept of a cartridge. The system used to play Pong and tennis. And guess what? The brother said, well, I'm gonna make this machine be able to play multiple games. Then they started playing baseball, basketball, soccer, hockey, pitfall, and all this. And now it is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Is his family multi-billionaires? Nope. They multi-rich a little, but they ain't got the money that he got. So he should have, but that's what I want you to understand. So you got the internet, the Ring doorbell, the ironing board, the ironing board, the washing machine, and the dryer, the fire escape, the gas mask, the refrigerated truck. So when you get your food from South Carolina, Illinois, California, the refrigerated truck that they drive on those things, invented by us. The filament that Thomas Edison stole from a brother by the name of Granville Wood. Granville Wood is blacker than the back of your neck. He black as the ace of spades. Well, he's not a dark-skinned brother, but he's a black man. He's an African. See, this. So what is it that we're trying to be like? That's how it works against you, because you're chasing Thomas Edison, and Thomas Edison stole from you. So are you not chasing your own tail? Henry Ford, he the first person to mass produce cars, but the assembly line was created by a black man. See, this is why they do things very simply, and you think they just putting you up on game. Oh, we've never seen anybody like Steph Curry, but I'm old enough to know my eyes don't lie to me. I seen Dale Ellis. I seen Steph Curry daddy. I seen a bunch of other guys. I seen Ray Allen. I seen Reggie Miller. Steph Curry is the guy who can do what he wants to do with no issues. And he's excellent at it. But we've seen this before. Oh, we've never. Watch some of those old videos that you see Jerry West shooting from damn near half court. But it was just a two-pointer then. So why would you shoot that far away? If I'm 6'5", why would I shoot far away from the rim? That's stupid. But I'm not trying to diss our young brother Steph Curry. I'm just letting you know what it is. See, I'm going to make history start in 1984 with Michael Jordan, because if you go any further back, you might, oh, this guy was good, and that guy was good, and this guy was good. And then you got people like my brother Gilbert Arenas. Oh, they were on drugs. It was bad. But there was a few people on drugs. But There's a few people on drugs in baseball. Steve Howe got suspended 7 times, but you don't hear about Steve Howe. Keith Hernandez, suspended. You don't hear about those guys. All you hear about is the brothers. See, because if you want to bring up negativity, you say African. You want to bring up positive, you bring up white folks. See, but if you allow them to create their narrative, then you'll think you are a hard case. But you're not the hard case. You are subjected to the tyranny and oppression that white America has inflicted upon us for 161 years as emancipated citizens and 339 years before that. So now we're not the bad guy in this story. We are the victim in this story, but we're not going to fall for victimhood. Because when you know how it works against you, because I'm going to tell you that I'm way up here and you way down there, and then you'll always attempt to achieve. But explain this to me. There was a black NBA. Why did y'all incorporate those brothers into the white NBA? Because a lot of people started going towards the black NBA. It was a black Major League Baseball. And they said, oh, wait a minute. We got to slow this down because our people start going over there. Hey, find me a white person that don't love Motown. Find me a white person that don't love rock and roll, Chubby Checker, Little Richard, and those guys. You are not going to find those people. Every time we invent something, they come, oh, well, Elvis is the king of rock and roll. How? And it was a woman who he stole that song from, a black woman who he stole that song from. See, they want you to start right where it starts here. And then it goes no further. And if you allow them to do that, that's how it works against you, because you'll never see how great you are. Hey, you ever given blood or had a blood transfusion? If you have, guess what? That concept, Dr. Charles Drew invented it. See, so what exactly are we attempting to include ourselves in? Because guess what? If you stop attempting to include yourself into their fight and their party and throw your own party, so you mean tell me you would rather go see Van Halen than you'd rather go see Van Halen if the Ohio Players playing? You'd rather go see the Rolling Stones if Earth, Wind, and Fire playing? You'd rather go see Eminem if Chuck D is on stage? Hell no. Hey, Eminem one of the greatest rappers in the world. All I need you to do is recite 4 Eminem songs from front to back. And then you'll be done, because your ass can't do it. Because you keep allowing people, you think you're thinking. They've duped us into believing that we're actually thinking. Hey, this is the most beautiful world. Such and such is the most beautiful woman in the world. Well, no, she not. Who is she? It has to be this. And then you think, yeah, she is better looking. You didn't think of anything. And when you start thinking, they distract you by locking up a celebrity, whether he from Europe or from Africa, African or European. They will lock up Jeffrey Epstein. This is what I want you to understand. For 4th of July, they passed the big, beautiful bill. And then guess what? That just happened to be the same day Sean Combs' verdict came down. How many of us noticed that? How many of us had the conversation about the big, beautiful bill when our parents are losing things and people are losing rights and people are taking off snaps? 17 million people will lose medical care, but we having conversation after conversation after conversation after conversation about Sean Puffy Combs. Who gives a hot goddamn about Sean Combs? Man, God bless you. If you didn't do what they accuse you of, God bless you. And if you did do it, God bless you, because you got issues. And that's about it. But guess what? It's some people that's not going to have their SNAP benefits next month. And how they going to survive? Because we worry about a dude who might do 3 to 5 years in the penitentiary, which is horrible. You shouldn't be put in a cage if you have issues. If you have mental and emotional issues, you should get some therapy. You should get some help. Like they do in Europe. I think it's Holland. When you go to the penitentiary, they put you in a cell, not much bigger than the room that I'm in, with a bed and some books, and they give you therapy and they teach you how to do something. So when you get out of penitentiary, they give you a place to stay, so you won't be compelled to do the same things. But if you put me in a room full of other criminals, so I like in Illinois, you can go to jail for traffic violations. So you in jail for traffic violation, and the dude across the across the bullpen from you. He in there for murder, and that dude in here for rape, and that dude in here for mass murder, multiple shootings, and this dude's a drug dealer. And why am I in here with these people? Because it is a cesspool of madness. They want to induce you to continue to break the law because they make money off working class people making mistakes. And guess what? If you are working class and they do away with your working class job, like if they reduce Medicaid and Medicare, which they've done, and it's a bunch of women and men who are first responders, which are primarily Black people, and you shut down those nursing homes, who ain't gonna have a job right now? A lot of Black women, a lot of Black men, because we're the first responders. We keep y'all ass alive. So now you got to turn the crime, because guess what? My woman needs to eat. My child needs to eat. So what am I going to do? I may be compelled to do something that isn't really traditionally out of my scope. But I ain't trying to hear this woman yell at me. And that baby crying, he don't give a darn about I'm not making what I used to make. And this is why the third part in this third segment of this show, I want you to pay attention. Because I'm a hopefully, these options that'll help us during this trying period. And we must engage, get involved, get into it, and make sure we stay woke. Speaking of woke, this is a video for man, country boy. I want you to pay attention to it. It is important we pay attention to this. And this even shows you how our language, our culture, it has been inculcated. It's been stripped from us, and they don't want us knowing what we know. But as long as you tap into HRap, hit that like, hit that share, tell a friend to tap in. You'll get something, and then hopefully it'll trigger you. And if it triggers you, then golly, we back. Because if we come back, just imagine, if we can get back to the day before they grabbed the first brother in 1619, we get back to that. See, we don't want to get back to the 60s and the 70s. We want to get back to the 1560s and the 1470s when it was going down. With that being said, I want you to watch this video. I'm only going to show you about 90 seconds of it because it's important that you go to www.theendofthebench.com, that you go here, that you go there, and then you get the information, and then me and Country Boy get credit, and then my website, though, for real. Go check it out. But listen to this video, and then I'll be back shortly. This is your man, HRap. Check me out.
Word born from the heartbeat of jazz, born out of the struggle of history and the whispers of resilience, a word that is now so toxic that it's lost all meaning. Well, this is the word woke. And today we're going to unravel the history of woke and how it devolved from a cry of awareness to a catch-all term for people on the left and Black people in general. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at moreMikeHistory.com. Please support the YouTube channel. Please support my Patreon or my Buy Me Coffee. And I have a new channel, One Mike 2. Check it out for audio-only episodes. And without further ado, let's get started. This journey starts in the Roaring 20s, an era that was painted with the vibrant flows of jazz and the explosion of Black culture. Underneath this glittering surface, a profound movement stirred. Marcus Garvey, a visionary Jamaican philosopher and social activist, called on global Black citizens. In 1923, he commented to wake up Ethiopia, to wake up Africa. Through his words, Garvey ignited a spark in Black communities across the globe. His plea was not about physical awakening, but a call for political and social enlightenment. As the years rolled on, there was this notion of wokeness that continued to evolve. But it was in 1938 where the phrase really took hold, intertwined with the cry for justice, with the rhythmic sounds of blues. In the hands of blues musician Lead Belly, the term found a new stage. A tragic yet pivotal point in Black history unfolded in Scottsboro, Alabama in 1931, when 9 Black teenagers were accused of raping 2 white women, a crime that they did not commit. Lead Belly crafted a poignant protest song about the Scottsboro boys, and at the day's end, he collected his thoughts and spoke to his audience, stating that I made this little song about down there. He spoke, I advise everybody to be a little careful when they go along down there, and it's best to stay woke and to keep your eyes open. His words were not just about caution, they were.
Now, as you see, the term woke is not a new 21st century term. This is a 20th century term. This is a 100-year-old term. And We seem to believe because we can Google things and we can check something out. And I looked it up. We started things. No, you did not reinvent the tire. You just put tread on it again. This is why you need to be talking to your grandparents, or you need to talk to your uncle. Everybody got that blabbermouth aunt or uncle or cousin or elder. They will not stop talking. Start listening. You got two of these, one of these for a reason. Ask the question, then shut up and listen. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, go back to the last episode. We're going to do the ups. Shut up and listen up. That was last episode, but we're not going to do that now. I want you to understand. We must understand the power in our history. See, you have been told that, hey, the Africans, they don't like us. You've been told that the Caribbeans, they don't like us, whether it be Barbados, Jamaica, the Bahamas, the Haitians, the Dominican people, they don't like us. Well, who cares? Because guess what? American people don't like your ass either. So why do you care if somebody like you? That you, first of all, how do you allow someone to tell you that a group of people in an entire country, an entire nation of people don't like you? How many people have spoken to an entire nation of people individually? Nobody. Keith Sweat, ask Keith Sweat. Nobody. So why would you allow someone to say, the Haitians don't like you, the Jamaicans don't like you, the white folks don't like you either. The Americans don't like you either. But guess what? Everybody are individuals. And if you allow someone to tell you that a group of people don't like you because they have one interaction with an individual, that means all black people are criminals because I saw black people committing crime on TV. Use your head. It's not a hat rack. It's not a hat rack. Some of us look good in hats. You know, we kill them, but it's not a hat rack. It is the facilitator of all that is you. And if you want to use it properly, use it so you can be the best you can be and think. Listen to the songs of the day back in the day. You got to think. You got to think what you're trying to do to me. Aretha Franklin. Understand these songs were just not for entertainment purposes. They had a message. They were edutainment. There was a music message in the music. But back to the point. Wake up. Wake up. How can you say a whole island of people don't like you? How can, even if a few people on the island, why would you incorporate the entire group, encompass the entire group of black people into poor interactions that you've seen on television, and you've had a poor interaction with us? So guess what? We are brothers. We are one. Frankie Beverly, we are one with white people, with Asian people, and most definitely with black African people. So how do you wake up? You wake up and realize General Taki forced this country to come to existence. He was a Jamaican man. General Taki, look him up. He forced America into existence. And then you got the Haitian people who forced the western portion of Jamaica. They don't teach you about the great people in those islands that are connected to us. Because, look, watch this. It's people, a lot of people from Jamaica watch this show. Shout out to my Jamaican brothers. A lot of people from Africa watch my show. Shout out to the Africans. I really appreciate it. Y'all help me get to 500,000 people. But this is what I want you to understand. How is it that you never hear about the greatness of your people, but you hear about the greatness of everyone else? Did you know there were some brothers that met them at Plymouth Rock and they started eating each other, and the brothers said, slow down, man, that's nasty. Probably some dookie on there. And then we helped them take baths, and then they helped them, and then they took over the country. But General Taki kicked off the United States. And the difference in you being there on Jamaica or on the island of Puerto Rico or the island of Cuba or the island of Haiti, or on the other side you have the Dominican Republic, is this. That's the only difference in you and I. And until we start realizing it and wake up and realize we all are related in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you will continue to suffer the consequences of oppression, discrimination, and mass deportation now. How are you going to kick me out of a country that you stole? You can't do that. You got that. A dumbass lady was on Jordan Kelper and said, if Jesus, she said, I'm an evangelical Christian, meaning I am a follower of Christ. And if Jesus came over here and he didn't have the right papers, he got to get out. your Lord and Savior, you okay, God. So this is who you are told to be like. Doofuses like that. Doofuses like that. Now, what you do is you get involved, get engaged. Start listening, start inviting your friends, check out HRap, and then HRap give you the blueprint. And then you sit back and you say, man, I don't agree with that, what HRap said, but this other stuff was good, which is dope. I don't need robots. I need people to support me, educate me while we try to educate each other and uplift each other. I don't need robots. Ain't nobody told you I was the smartest dude in the world. I'm up there, though. I'm top 7 billion. It's only 7 billion people on the earth. But this is what I want you to understand. This is the moment in which we can get back to who we used to be. It was a period called Reconstruction, right after the end of the Civil War for 12 years. And as I said this on the show Thursday or Friday, I don't remember what it was. We went from 4% literacy to 84%. Nobody in the history of the world has done that, but we did it. So guess what? We went from sharecropping to millionaires. If we can do that in the midst of all that tyranny, bigotry, debauchery, hatred, we actually can legally carry guns now. We can legally vote for people. We can we can use the law of the land to inject ourselves into the way we rule the land. But you must be educated. That's the key. So you wake up and educate yourself. And then it's most important. Food is going to be half as high as giraffe butt in a minute, right? But this is what you do. Most of us have cousins. Most of us have siblings. Just about all of us have cousins. And a lot of us have friends and neighbors. Have you ever thought about this? How much money do you spend on a steak, ground beef, roast, brisket, and things of that nature? I guarantee you, over the year, you may spend more than $300, right? Work with me. I'm walking you to the wake up. I remember when I was younger, my mother and her 2 siblings would go buy half a cow. A half a cow. They would take it to the butcher shop, and the butcher shop would cut it up into steaks, into roasts, into neck bones, into ribs, and a whole bunch of other things that we use cows for. Chuck and all that, ground chuck and all that. And they would split it up amongst 3 of them, and they wouldn't buy red meat for the rest of the year. And then you and your friends and your family go buy a hog. Not a pig, because a pig is about this big. You get you a hog about 6 feet long, and you do the same thing, and you get sausage, and you get fat back and whatever, pig knuckles and pig ankles and elbows and everything else that you eat. And you have them cut it up, and you make it into pork chops, and you pork loin, and you do all that stuff that you do with that. And then you and those people divvy that up. I guarantee you, if you have what they used to call back in the day a deep freezer, if you have a freezer, you'll fill it up 3 people, and you'll be able to give it to your neighbors and your friends. Now we go to Kroger and we go to Walmart, and we get the size and the ancillary pieces. And then look, if we do that, we don't have to get the ancillary pieces from them. We take it back to our grandmothers and start making our own macaroni noodles, and we start making our own ravioli, and we start making our own sides and growing them. And then guess what? It's a bunch of people in America right now. Hey man, I'm gonna grow some weed. Don't grow no damn weed. You grow you some tomatoes in your basement. You go get the same stuff you go buy the weed, and you start selling tomatoes. And then your neighbor starts selling greens. And your other neighbor starts selling herbs. And then you get somebody who had a gigantic backyard. Y'all help them get a coop, and they get some chickens back there. And y'all got some chickens and some eggs and things of that nature. Oh man, that's too much, HRap. Is it? So how much money you got on food this month? Is food too high? You create another way, because see, this is the beauty in being from the South. I'm not. My family is. My dad's from Lakeland, Florida. My mom is from Chicago, Illinois. But my grandparents are from Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi. But this is what I want you to understand. My grandfather's from Georgia. But anyway, who cares? But this is what I want you to understand. Being poor in New York City, Chicago, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, Los Angeles, California, and other places like that, guess what? Guess what you do? That means you might not eat tonight. There you go. There it is. You might not eat tonight, but being poor in Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Bama, Louisiana, and Arkansas, you ain't gonna get no new couch because you gonna eat. Because y'all gonna break them peas. You gonna shuck the peas. You gonna roast some greens. You're gonna broil them, and it's called blanching. And then you're gonna freeze it, and you're gonna preserve things with jellies and jams, and you're gonna create things to eat. If we start reverting back to our roots, because we are the greatest architects in the history of the world. We are the greatest agricultural geniuses in the history of the world. We are the greatest scientists in the history of the world. We are the greatest communal people in the history of the world. See, y'all think you got to like somebody to work with. You just got to not like being cold, hungry, broke, starving, as we say in Chicago, broke, starving, and gangbang. You don't want to be that. But I need you to start working with people that you don't like, because do you want to be hungry? Or you want to be somebody's friend? See, stay woke, man. These people behind us, they are an example of what we can be, but they are not the only example. Our grandparents used to, hey, send this down to Miss Such and Such house. How many of y'all got grandmothers that did that? Hey, Miss Such and Such, now just take this down there. What's this for? Just take it down. And that's because that family down there was starving. They take clothes that your family outgrew. Take this down here, Mr. Such and Such. Mr. Willie Earl ain't ate all day. Take this down here. See, one thing about us, we are communal people. And if we revert to communal people and stop living in rugged individualism, and then we start raising our children as a group. How many of y'all got cousins that ain't really y'all cousins? That's quote Tupac saying that we cousins, knowing that we wasn't. Because your family lived next door to a generation of your family grew up next door to a generation of their family, and y'all became y'all mother's friends, and y'all fathers are friends, and now y'all friends. How many of y'all fathers and mothers friends you call auntie and uncle? We got to get back to that. And then when you call somebody auntie or uncle, you'll be compelled to help them, because who wants their uncle, aunt, cousin, or whoever to starve? No one. I need you to get back to it. It's easy. It's easy. You know what? I'm glad my girl Porty Sins just said that. Be more like Fly Tie. If you want to know who I say be more like Fly Tie, I just want to say how to Fly Tie. Be more like Fly Tie. If you want to know what's going on with Fly Tie, inbox. He'll tell you. Great brother right there. Great brother right there. Me and Ty talk. He told me some wonderful things. Fly Tie is like at least 5% inspiring this episode. But I want you to understand, man, we can do it if we do it together. And to work together, you don't have to like anybody, but you just have to like the fact that if Mo's son break wide, he might influence my son or daughter. And that is 2 kids lost. And then, okay, let's say Mo's son break wide, he get my daughter pregnant. Now we share, me and Mo, a family now, and now we gotta raise a damn grandchild because our kids are idiots. But if we raise them properly, and then Mo's son meets my daughter and they have a grandchild, now our family continues to grow and grow and grow. And it becomes more powerful, and powerful. It gives us more opportunity to be great. Or you can just keep arguing about if LeBron James is better than Jordan and watch these people take over the country and then treat you like trash. My father's coach is about family. Exactly. My girl Porty says her father's from Sierra Leone. Hey. And just in case you don't understand how important it is to reach back to over that country, 2019, the largest technological advance in the world, not America, the world, in Ghana, Africa. 2018, it was in Nigeria. You want to know all this racial unrest is going on? Because in 2035, it will be more people in Ghana and in Nigeria than on the continent of Europe. So we got to slow these Negroes down. And guess what? You ever thought about this? What if we move back? Oh, they don't like us in Africa, right? That's the trope you've heard. They don't like us in Africa. How the hell they know if you just come over there and you just work? If you just work, how would they know? You blend in better over there than you do over here. You blend in better in Jamaica than you do over here. You blend in better in Barbados than you do over here. You blend in better in Haiti than you do over here. Because they told you a lie. Only 13% of the population. But if it's, I looked it up, it's 86 million people in Germany. So how could they? Germans don't outnumber us. It's 48 million people in France. It's 50 million black people in America. And that's not counting our brothers from the Caribbean and South America. So how could we possibly be covered by a term called minority, meaning small, but not small? We're the greatest group of people in the history of the world. And if you allow people who don't like you to separate you because you grew up on this island, this person grew up on that island, this person grew up on that island, they grew up on that continent. And if you walked your ass down the street with any of those people, would nobody know that you, hey, because my father, that joker made Wesley Snipes look light skinned. So how you gonna tell me I ain't happy? So stop allowing people who don't like you to dictate who you are and how you move and shake. Wake up. Understand your power. And when you do that, it'll be impossible to defeat you. Black people, I'm gonna say this and then I'm out. You don't have to like all black people, but you have to respect yourself. And if you respect yourself, you'll understand that if you just respect other black people, they will work together and then we will blow up. And guess what? Here's the beautiful part. White people who gonna get mad at me in the notes. Think, man, I really like y'all. The racists, y'all the best. Shout out to Jeb and Jeff Rowe. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. I really appreciate Jeff Rowe and them. But if you realize what's going on in the world, when things get better for black folks, things get better for the world. Or we can just go back home and make it may have it lit over there, because we can do that. With that being said, I need you to stay to the end. Listen to Dr. Amos Wilson. When the show ends, do your man a favor. It ain't gonna hurt you, man. I come from, shut up, HRap. What up? Just put something in. 2 fingers, 1 word. I'll be on in about a little more than 40 minutes on the forecast. We're gonna talk about sinners. Support that too, man. 2 fingers, 1 word. I'm HRap, and I am.
And it is necessary for those people who rule over us and who rule over African people the world over, if those people are to stay in power, they must destroy our ability to love each other in a healthy sort of way. This is why